Mustafar. The choking volcanic smoke roils over a scorched black landscape. Glowing red veins pulsing beneath fractured rock like the lifeblood of the planet itself. Above the chaos, two brothers, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi and the newly christened Sith Lord Darth Vader, engage in a duel of destiny. Their blades crash, spinning a dance of death across floating platforms, shattered structures, and a river of lava beneath them. Obi-Wan, balanced upon a crumbled slope, stares at Anakin with pained eyes. "It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground." Anakin doesn't jump. A beat of silence stretches between them. The lava bubbles and spits, yet Anakin remains still, crouched on the droid platform, his yellow-tinged eyes locked on Obi-Wan's. He knows, deep within his core, that the leap would only end in ruin. He focuses his rage inward, channeling the Force with precision. Instead of attempting the suicidal leap, Anakin seizes the platform beneath him, using the Force to rotate it slowly until he's once again face to face with his former master. Obi-Wan's brow furrows. Something has changed. "Anakin, don't do this. You know you can't win." "I don't need to win," Anakin growls, his voice quieter now. "I only need to save her." Obi-Wan dares to soften. His blade lowers slightly. "Why, Anakin? Why trust the Sith? Why do you believe the dark side can save Padmé?" The tension in Anakin's jaw falters. A brief flicker of the old Skywalker glimmers behind his eyes. "Because the Jedi hold me down," he spits. "Because the Sith discovered how to cheat death, and Palpatine said I could learn it too." And just like that, Obi-Wan begins to understand. It wasn't hunger for power. It was fear. Fear of loss. Compassion twisted into desperation. "Anakin," Obi-Wan breathes, lowering his saber further. "You don't have to do this. She's alive. There's still good in you." For a moment, everything is still. Anakin senses it. Obi-Wan's saber lowering. He could catch him off guard. In one fluid motion, Anakin leaps. Not recklessly, but precisely. His blade swings, severing Obi-Wan's saber arm at the elbow. The Jedi cries out and collapses to his knees, stunned. Anakin stands above him, catching Kenobi's blade and holding both sabers to the neck of his former master, a mirror of the scene with Count Dooku just days earlier. But this time, he doesn't strike. Instead, he lowers both blades and knocks Obi-Wan unconscious. The Jedi slumps forward, breathing but broken. Anakin turns without another word and walks away. Smoke still clings to the air as Anakin returns to the landing pad. Padmé lies motionless on the platform, barely breathing. Panic seizes his heart. "Padmé!" He rushes to her side, cradling her with trembling hands. "Stay with me." C-3PO stammers nearby, unsure what to do. Anakin barks orders. "Get her aboard. Tell R2 to set course for Coruscant. Maximum speed. Go!" Aboard the sleek Nubian cruiser, Padmé's laboured breaths echo in the silence of the cabin. Anakin doesn't leave her side. He won't lose her. Not now. Not after everything. At Coruscant's primary med center, Anakin storms the entrance with his entourage of clone troopers from the 501st. Padmé is placed on life support immediately. Within the hour, the twins are born. Luke, Leia. Padmé's eyes flutter open, just enough to gaze at her husband. Anakin, she whispers. They need you. The real you. I can feel myself slipping away. No. His voice is hoarse. You're not dying. I won't let you. In desperation, Anakin enacts his contingency. He sends a private command to Commander Apple, retrieve Jedi prisoner Barriss Offee from her secure holding and bring her to the med center. Within minutes, Barriss, bound and suspicious, is dragged before him. You have healing abilities, Anakin snarls. Save her. Do it now. Barriss narrows her eyes. And if I refuse, then Padmé dies, and so do you. She agrees, but with her own condition. Freedom. Anakin, on the edge of a madness, agrees. As she places her hands over Padmé, channeling the Force and healing her, her face contorts in horror. Someone else is draining her. Anakin reels. Everything crashes down at once. The visions, the manipulation, his mother, Ahsoka, the Jedi, the war. It was always him. Sidious. Anakin's heart turns to steel. The rage inside boils over like lava through a cracked dam. Sidious would pay. Meanwhile, light flickers in the dark. Obi-Wan awakens on the burning shores of Mustafar, weak, defeated, but alive. Bail Organa's cruiser hovers above. Master Yoda greets him solemnly aboard the ship. Obi-Wan confesses everything. The duel, the mercy, the moment he felt Anakin hesitate. He tells Yoda that there is still a chance. Padmé and the children are alive. If they can find them, they can bring Anakin back. The Grand Master does not dismiss the hope. The light has not been extinguished. They travel to Polis Massa, the asteroid sanctuary where scattered Jedi have begun to regroup. There, Obi-Wan sends a signal across the stars. Quinlan Vos answers from the Outer Rim. Ram Kota sends word from the shadowy depths of Nar Shaddaa. Bode Akuna, the Jedi freedom fighter, pledges his blade. And finally, Ahsoka Tano answers the call. The Jedi Rebellion is born. They cannot face Anakin Skywalker. Not yet. But they can prepare. They travel to worlds where hope still flickers. Kashyyyk, where the Wookiees remember their Jedi allies. Rylot, where the Twi'leks resist the Empire's boot. Saw Gerrera joins with fire in his heart, already envisioning a wider war. The galaxy is not lost. Not yet. Anakin Skywalker stood alone before the towering doors of the Supreme Chancellor's private sanctum. He did not need to knock. He willed them open. The reinforced Durasteel imploded in a shattering burst of twisted metal. Sparks sprayed the air as the massive slabs clanged against the marble. Smoke curled around Anakin's silhouette. A black shape wreathed in burning fury. He felt it. Power The same power that had first sparked him as a boy on Tatooine, when he'd imagined burning away every slaver and tormentor who had ever hurt his mother. Now, it was no longer just a fantasy. It was real. It was growing. With every heartbeat, it multiplied, building like a storm too vast for his body to contain. 4 red-robed guards rushed to intercept him. Anakin barely raised a hand. A single wave of the Force pulsed out from him in a blinding arc of energy. Not a mere push or choke, but something deeper, more primal. The guards screamed for a fraction of a second before their bodies simply came apart, dissolving into motes of ash that scattered across the floor. The rage inside Anakin seared hotter. At the far end of the hall, Palpatine rose from his throne, his hood slipping back to reveal the grotesque, ruined face. Yet, in those sulphurous eyes, Anakin saw something he had never seen before. Fear. Vader. The Emperor began carefully, voice low and strained. Listen to me. I alone can. Liar! Anakin's voice thundered through the chamber, echoing from the vaulted ceiling. Palpatine's mouth twisted in a snarl. His hands lifted. The air hissed with building darkness. So be it. Lightning erupted from the Emperor's clawed fingers, a storm of crackling hate that turned the chamber white. It smashed into Anakin's chest and vanished. The power merely sank into him, consumed and woven into the hurricane within. Palpatine's eyes widened further. The lightning wasn't working. He had never known such a thing. Anakin took a step forward. And another. Palpatine tried to back away, his wrinkled hands trembling. I made you powerful, Vader. I alone. You took everything from me. His voice was cold, the calm of an abyss. Anakin lunged. He struck Palpatine so hard, the Emperor's body smashed against the marble columns. Again and again, he pounded the Sith Lord with the Force itself. Blows that cracked durasteel supports and set tapestries aflame. Every betrayal, every nightmare, every moment of loss. His mother's corpse in his arms. Ahsoka walking away. Padmé screaming in pain. Anakin let them all surge through him, until his fury was not just emotion, but pure power. Palpatine crumbled on the polished floor, coughing blood, robe shredded. For the first time in decades, the greatest Sith in the galaxy was nothing but a beaten old man. And still, he tried to fight. Lightning again poured from his fingers, desperate, ragged. Anakin caught it in his hands, held it, let it feed the inferno. He raised his arms, and he answered. Searing bolts of white-hot energy shot from his palms. They collided with Palpatine's lightning mid-air and consumed it, driving forward into the Emperor's withered body. Palpatine screamed as his flesh blackened and split. He tried to crawl, but the lightning followed him, never ceasing. Anakin didn't stop. He watched as the man who had stolen his life, corrupted everything he loved, and poisoned the galaxy, finally burned. When at last the screaming fell silent, all that remained was a smouldering pile of ash on the broken floor. Silence returned to the grand chamber. Anakin looked down at his own hands, still alive with electricity. He flexed his fingers and felt the universe bending in response. This was what true power felt like. Power unbound by any master. Power enough to reshape the galaxy in the image he chose. Now, he thought, the fire dimming just enough for a single purpose to shine through. Now, I will make everything right. And he turned to leave, already imagining the new order he would build, side by side with his wife. The power, the intoxicating, limitless power, surges through Anakin like wildfire. He can feel the galaxy at his fingertips. He doesn't need the Jedi. He doesn't need Sidious. He can fix everything. End war. End corruption. End pain. He returns to the med center, expecting to see his wife and children healed, safe, ready to join him in forging a new future. Instead, the room is empty. The cribs are gone. Padmé's chart is wiped from the system. No staff remember seeing her discharged. They're gone. Anakin's eyes glow brighter than the temple's fires he once lit. He reaches through the Force, but no trace remains. His rage turns the room cold. Who took them? He whispers. No answer. He tears the room apart in a fury, but it brings him no closer. He falls to his knees, fists trembling. I did this for you. The galaxy would bend before he let anyone hide them from him. He would scour every world, rip through every system until he found them. If the Jedi were hiding them, they would burn. Thanks for watching part 1 of my What If theory. Part 2 is underway and ready to go for next week. If you are enjoying the videos, become a member and let's uncover the galaxy's biggest secrets together. Thanks for watching.